Do you think YouTube gaming will ever reach the same amount of exposure as Twitch? This is my evaluation. I work for YouTube, not on YouTube gaming, and these opinions are my own personal opinions. You know, I wear the spinny hat, but really I'm just a bald guy underneath. On an individual basis, which platform you're more successful on is going to vary entirely dependent on you. You know, some people are better for Twitch, for Beam, for Arubu, or whatever else like that. You look at Hitbox and they're all Europeans, and maybe there's a community for you someplace else. You might like the microtransaction gamey model of Beam, like, so be it, that's great for you. But at a platform level, I think that YouTube live broadcasting has a lot going for it. So YouTube gaming has been growing massively over the past year. A year ago, when we had first, like, YouTube gaming had first launched, the top 10 streams combined might have like 1,000 people watching, unless Game Theorist or something else like that, who wasn't really gaming, you know, live from YouTube gaming, was doing that, was playing. So the first weekend that YouTube gaming launched, I remember watching a stream, specifically Lord Rage was playing Until Dawn. And he had 400 people watching, and it was crazy. It was massive. It seemed so magnificently huge. And now I've personally hit 200 concurrents. I have, despite having a tiny stream, you're all here, you know how big it is. And the top 10 streams on YouTube gaming at any time will typically all have more than 1,000 viewers, many of them more than 10,000. The number of games with more than 100 people streaming has gone from 2, like Call of Duty and Minecraft, to more than a dozen at any given time. The platform has just grown massively in only a year. YouTube has outpaced several of the long-standing existing streaming platforms for viewership. You know, it's just, you know, comparisons between platforms showed that YouTube is now drawing significant viewership relative to its competitors, at least compared, like, looking at the top 10 streams by viewership. So recently I was looking, and I looked kind of several times over the course of a week at different times of day and everything else like that. And, you know, Twitch would have 90K combined top viewers on the top 10 streams, and YouTube gaming would have 39,000, which is like more, like 40%, more than 40%. And it's not like this is a one-off event. This is now somewhat consistent. Look at YouTube gaming and see the top 10 streams pulling more than 20% of the numbers at Twitch, and obviously the larger than the other competitors like Hitbox, Azubu, and Beam. I don't personally see signs that this is slowing. For example, over the weekend, thanks to a Clash of Clans broadcast, the number was even more competitive. So various games have homes on YouTube that they don't really have on other platforms. So when Call of Duty releases a new DLC, YouTube just explodes with number of people streaming. There's like more than 3,000 people streaming Call of Duty on the day of its, you know, expansion pack release. Now, why is this growth so fast, going from 1% of the competition to 30 to 40% of the competition at times, as measured by the concurrent viewers on the top 10 streams? The answer is very straightforward: the massive overall viewership of YouTube. YouTube says, according to their statistics page, every day people watch hundreds of millions of hours on YouTube and generate billions of views. At the TwitchCon keynote, Twitch said that they have 622,347 average concurrents across all their streams over the past year, which is equal to approximately 15 million watch hours per day, you know, every day. That means that even at its most generous, Twitch is only generating 8% of the watch time that YouTube is every day. If there's hundreds of millions, there's at least 200 million. 200 million divided by 15 million is 7.5%. Or 15 million divided by 200 million is 7.5%. Obviously, YouTube is a heavily VOD-focused platform, but due to the growth of live across the platform via recommendation, suggestion, search, and discovery improvements, etc., YouTube is able to drive many of those VOD viewers into live. No other platform has that installed base of video viewership. A year ago, live was hard to find. Now, thanks to the overall platform changes and the visibility provided by YouTube gaming, live is a well-known part of the platform. Look at the debates. And frankly, look at some of the large streams that have been able to build out of essentially nothing very quickly, whether it is the jellyfish cam getting hundreds of views, or the like 200 views or 2,000 viewers that the Jackson Hole cam got. This is something that couldn't have happened a year ago because it's driven by changes in YouTube. If even 10% of YouTube's watch time becomes live watch time, live on YouTube will exceed that on Twitch. Now, why would this happen? New technology will broaden the type of live content you can find on YouTube. YouTube Gaming's mobile broadcast lets anyone broadcast their Pokemon Go gameplay having nothing more than a phone. This isn't something you could do any other way. The YouTube main app mobile live streaming will broaden their streaming out in the world, so it no longer requires a complex set of software like OBS and all these windows I've got set up to stream, and create an environment where everyone can be a streamer, and this increases the viability of YouTube as a live platform as you see more of this content out there. And the other thing is that you can mix in various types of content. On other platforms, you may be limited to the types of content you can create. For example, Twitch's rules of conduct say that all content that is neither gaming related nor permitted under the rules for Twitch creative conduct is prohibited from broadcast. And Twitch creative content is only about, you know, creating new things. Like, so what I did in Family Tracker today would work, but this particular rant might not. So this necessarily limits the amount of type of live content, which means you can't do vlogs about your channel or toss in a quick note about your day. This type of content drives engagement and visibility to your audience, pushing the boundaries of what you can do on your channel. The social eating streaming on Twitch required a rules change. On YouTube, you can do that every day, as well as live blogging your life, like I did at Six Flags Great America, broadcasting a street intersection like they did in Jackson Hole, or just broadcasting jellyfish like the Monterey Bay Aquarium. And YouTube's home as the place with all the videos means that people are going to include YouTube in their lives, whether it's highlight reels or edited clips, no matter what. That space means that YouTube has room to grow outside of live, and with that growth, live growth can come. So YouTube will probably never be the only live streaming platform. There's different platforms that offer different benefits, but with an installed viewer base watching greater than 10 times the watch time of other platforms and video, likely led only by traditional TV, YouTube seems very likely to me to be able to continue to grow live as an important part of the platform, and it has unique features that make it a great home for some types of content that can't be happy on any other platform. And for these reasons, I really think that YouTube has room to be very competitive in the overall live video space. So now you know